Today we're going to learn how to evaluate expressions using substitution in word problems. So it's going to be the same thing that we've been doing in class where we're given an expression, for example, like x plus 3, and they're going to tell us that x equals 10. So then you'd substitute in the 10 for the x and you'd have 10 plus 3 is 13. It's this exact same process, but now we just have a word problem explaining a situation where we might have to read to figure out like what x is equal to instead of it just saying x equals 10. All right, so we've just got a couple problems that we're going to do to go through together, and then you'll get to your practice. Miss Lakin's class is playing Gimkit Floor's Lava. The lava speed is covering 12 bricks every second. This can be written as an expression of 12s, so that's our expression is 12s. How many bricks are being covered if we have played for 7 seconds? Okay, so the way I'm going to break this down is what does S stand for? Because our expression is 12s. S stands for the number of seconds, as it said. And then S equals, how many seconds did they tell us in this problem that S equals? S equals 7, because we're doing it for 7 seconds. Okay, when we show our work, there are 3 steps we need to do. We need to write down our expression, substitute our numbers for our letters, and then solve it. So our expression was 12s. When a number is next to a letter, it does mean times, so we are doing 12 times s. So when we substitute in our number, s equals 7, we put in our 7 for our s, and we are now going to do 12 times 7. You can use your multiplication chart for this, or you can stack them and multiply this way as well. 7 times 2 is 14. Write our 4, carry our 1. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 1 is 8. Answer would be 84. We look back up to our problem to see what the label would be. It says how many bricks are being covered. So our answer is 84 bricks. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. The problem will always tell you what the expression is, and it will always somewhere tell you what the letters equal to. We just have to read to figure that out. It's not as obvious as me just saying s equals 7 like it has been in the past. If you're feeling confident, feel free to pause the video, try this next one on your own, or if you want to work through with me on this next one, you can always pause it for the third example. Jordan is ordering Chick-fil-A for the class. Yay! She has a $15 coupon. The amount she will be paying can be represented by the expression t minus 15. I'm always going to circle that expression because I know I'm going to need it later, and that way I don't have to go back up and look for it again. I can easily see where it is. Where t means the total before the coupon. I'm not going to circle that whole thing because it goes on to 2 different lines, so I'm just going to underline it. T means the total before the coupon. If the total was $75 before the coupon, how much will, oops, I forgot to put Jordan's name. I changed it from a student last year. That's supposed to say Jordan. How much will Jordan have to pay? All right, so T means the total before the coupon. So the first T that we're going to describe is in words, T total before coupon. Remember, coupon is like money you're getting off. You're getting taken off. It's a good thing. And then it tells us our total before the coupon was $75. So total before the coupon, T equals 75. The expression that we're using, so first step is writing down the expression, is T minus 15. And I'm just taking that from the problem where it tells us the expression is t minus 15. We're going to substitute in our number. T equals 75, so I'm going to take out my t. I'm going to put in a 75. Here I've got 75 minus 15. If that's not mental math, that's okay. We just stack them. 75 minus 15. With subtraction, it has to stay in that order. So my first number goes on top. Second number goes on the bottom. 5 minus 5. 7 minus 1. Answer is 60. Look back up to the problem to see what our answer is. If the total was $75 before the coupon, how much will Jordan have to pay? So we are talking money. Answer would be $60. Make sure we're circling those answers because after all this work, we want to see where our answer is. All right. Let's just do one more example. I would like you to try to at least start setting this up without the video because during your practice, you're going to have to do it without me showing you how to do it. So I want you to try to start doing that on your own, and then just resume the video once you get stuck or where you need a little hint, or if you make it all the way through to check your answer. All right, so the expression 10a plus 5s, I'm going to circle that so I know where it is later, is the cost in dollars for A, adults, so A is talking about adults, and S, students, so S is talking about the number of students, to go to the zoo. We want to find the total cost for 4 adults and 30 students. A lot of the times, these letters are going to be kind of obvious. So for example, A is for adults, S is for students. That's the first letter of that word. I would never give you like S for adults and A for students and try to trick you that way. So you can use those little like subtle hints to kind of help you out if you're not sure what a letter stands for. But let's go back to A. A is talking about adults. A in this problem is equal to, as a number, 4, as it shows right here. I'm going to use a different color for students. S is talking about students. In the problem, it tells us we have 30 students, so S is going to be equal to 30. Our expression, I'm going to do in a different color, is 10a plus 5s. All right, so I've got 10a plus 5s. I'm going to change my color back for my adults section. So for my adults, A is talking about adults. So wherever I see an A, I'm going to put in a 4. And remember, that's not 104, that's 10 times 4. So I'm going to write out 10 times 4 plus, I'm going to change my color to red when I'm talking about my students. My S is equal to 30, remember? So where I see my S, I'm going to put in a 30. Now remember, this does not mean 530, it means 5 times 30. Using our PEMDAS, we have to do order of operations. So I do not have any parentheses, I do not have any exponents, but I do have multiplication. So I have to do both of those multiplications before I would do that addition. So I've got my 10 times 4, 40, plus my 5 times 30. If I didn't know what 5 times 30 was, I could stack them to multiply it out. 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 3 is 15. Or I could just do 5 times 3 and add a 0 onto my end. So 5 times 3 is 15, and then add my 0 on. Either way works. Last but not least, we have to add these two together. Again, if this is not mental math, that is totally fine. Stack them. We've got 40 plus 150. Make sure we're lining up those place values. 0 plus 0, 0. 4 plus 5, 9. 1 plus 0, 1. The answer would be 190. Answer would be 190. We look back up to the problem to see what it asks. Find the total cost for 4 adults and 30 students, so that it would be $190. All right, and that is what we're doing today. So it's basically the same thing we've been doing with that substitution, except for now we have a word problem where we have to look in that word problem for the expression. We have to look in that word problem for those letters and what they're equal to, instead of it just saying 8 equals 4. You will have problems like this on your test, so we do need to make sure that we are understanding how to do this.